Alright, so now that we know that our students can get into the fall line with their board straight from either edge, it's time to start to change edges, right? So how we're going to do this is we're going to get our students to do the same motions they did during those chicken turns or garland, where they get their boards straight down the hill. From there we're going to get them to point with their body where they would like to go and bring up that opposite edge. Right, so on our first turn, generally I'd like to start with our toe to heel, as most students find this easiest. But for the sake of the video and consistency, we're going to go from our heel to our toe side again. Now watch as I come around the turn, I'm going to be pointing to where I'd like to go. With my body following in behind, we're going to be pointing our knees, steering the board to whatever edge we'd like to go. So as you can see, our heels.
I'm going to let the board lie flat, apply pressure onto his toes, and finish off in an even position. Let the board lie flat, look around with his upper body, apply pressure to his heels, come back to an even position.
Alright, so now that we've got our students to do a heel to toe turn, isolated, it's time to do it the same way again from our toes to our heel in an isolated turn. Right, it's important to remember that you want to get your students on their front foot, where all our turning power will come from, and to get our board into the fall line. So just keep this in mind as you're teaching them these turns. Going across.
He's applying pressure to his front foot, letting the board go all the way into the fall line, looking around with his upper body, bringing around the pressure onto his heels, and coming back to a nice even finish position.
Alright, the next and final step to our beginner progression is to link these simple isolated turns that we've just done. To do this, it's a matter of keeping your momentum through the side flip and through the traverse of the hill so that you can make that next turn simply without stopping. What you may want to remind your students is to count through their turns to keep it the same shape and the same size, as they don't want to pick up any more speed than necessary and keep the rhythm the same. So we have a quick demonstration of equal sized turns, and we'll see you after. Ciao amigos!
Applying weight to the beginning front of his board, applying pressure around onto his toes, coming around to an even position, again back into the fall line, coming around, applying pressure to his heels.